Hello and welcome back for episode 11, our last and final episode in our exercise toolkit series. We sure appreciate you joining and sticking around through the end here. This is really just kind of an opportunity to walk back through the last couple of pointers and solicit some support and feedback from you guys. Namely, right, most of this stuff is kind of crowdsourced, and we find best practices when we go out and travel and teach and do exercises. And so as you guys are out traveling and teaching and doing exercises, we'd really encourage you when you find some new tool that's missing, something in here that might not be working properly, or something you'd like to see farmed in, to reach out. Again, I'm Spencer Pollock, and you can see my contact information right here on the toolkit, as well as Dr. Burkhart, Todd Mans, and Pat Gertis. Any one of us, right, reach out, zap us an email about customization, access questions, feedback, comments, new tools you'd like to see. And as we get those, right, we can farm them into future versions that we're ready to release on this toolkit. And so again, it will be hopefully what you make of it. A couple pointers I'd leave you with, like we've talked throughout the video series. Definitely not encouraged to hit print start to finish and come out with a ream of paper on your exercise. Probably won't be terribly value added. It'll add more confusion than value. We would encourage you, however, right, to kind of work through as a planning group, right, the data entry tab. Start at the top, kind of work your way through to the bottom. Filling in the parts that are useful, right? The green ones, maybe not so much. The blue ones, maybe a little bit more attention and focus on. And then again, going through the tab side by side here and picking out what's useful, both for day of exercise packets, but also those planning functions. As a final reminder, the file and then make a copy here is going to be how you're going to either roll over an old exercise into a new exercise. Make a copy there, right? As we saw earlier, it'll bring up a window where you can rename it, bring in the comments, share it with folks, any of that kind of stuff. And so the idea here, once you've done one exercise, why invent the wheel? Make a copy of the old exercise, start making your happy to go add changes, clean it up a little bit, and you've got another exercise written. We'd also encourage you in that same vein, right? Both during your planning phases, using the share button up here to add your planning teammates, assigning responsibility to the different sections of who's going to fill out what or who's going to populate what, or just who can view what and who can comment on what if you don't want to give full edit access to folks. Similarly, when you've wrapped up an exercise, feel free, right, to do the make a copy and send it to other friends, neighbors, whatnot, and start a little bit of a rotational cycle where they send theirs to you, and you do vice versa. That just speeds us all up, makes us more efficient. Again, instead of having to rewrite a brand new exercise from scratch, maybe you take somebody else's who had something similar, change out the details, and you've got your suite of HC products. So all in all, we appreciate you joining us. Like we said, we do encourage you to reach out, give us some feedback on the tool. If you have, again, thoughts, adds, changes, additions, whatever else, certainly willing to listen to them and hopefully farm them in. With that, happy exercising. Be safe. Thanks for joining us for our Exercise Toolkit series. Let us know if there's anything else we can do for you. Take care.